Today, the topic we are going to talk about is about something that happens in Nigeria, and it's something that is becoming the norms because people have not been punished for doing them. So those that does them, they always get scot-free. They don't pay a penalty or they don't punish them. So the number of people that do them are increasing by the day. And I'm talking about certificate forgery. The recent one has to do with a former minister of Nigeria in the person of Mr. Uche Nnaji. Mr. Nnaji was a former minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria from Enugu State. He recently resigned after his certificate was confirmed to be fake. I'm talking about his BSc certificate and his NYSC certificate. And if you are a Nigerian or you know how things run in Nigeria, you understand what I'm talking about. But before I go further, I would want to say that this man has used these fake certificates to actually get a good life for himself because he ended up as a minister. This man has used these fake certificates to actually get to a point in life where he may not really be afraid again. This man has used these fake certificates to build something for himself in terms of his career, his business or businesses, and he has built something for himself such that he grew in politics, that he was nominated, and actually he became a minister before things began to fall apart for him. He used his fake certificate document to enter into President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's cabinet. Then the question automatically becomes, how did he scale through the screening processes or process? How did he pass all those hurdles? How was he caught? What happened to the system that he was not caught or seen before time? And moving forward, according to reports or findings, it all started in the month of July in the year 2023, when 28 members' names were sent by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to the Senate. The former minister name drew so much attention, and the interesting thing was that Nnaji was picked to lead a new ministry, being the Ministry of Innovation, Science and Technology. And you dare to begin to ask, or you begin to ask, why do things not work in Nigeria when we put the wrong people at the helm of affairs in very wrong places where they do not even understand, not to talk of them qualifying for the office or position we are putting them. They just put them there for whatever sentimental reasons, forgetting the general good of the people. Moving forward, during the August 2023 screening, Nnaji brought his document, which included 1. His BSc Microbiology Biochemistry from the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, popularly called UNN, dated July 1985. He came up with a second class lower and with his NYSC certificate that dated 1986, claiming he served in Jos, Plateau State. The man sent copies of his documents to the presidency, to the SGF, to the SSS, and to the Code of Conduct Bureau. The Senate and all the mentioned agencies raised no questions. None of them saw any red flags. And then you begin to imagine the caliber and integrity of our agencies, the Senate, and the leadership at large. Uche Nnaji became a minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria on the 21st of August in the year 2023 after due process. With all of this, do you think any process was due? Please let us know your comments. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below objectively. We are not here to fight. We are not here to quarrel. We are just here to learn and phantom and design ways for our country to grow and do better. By late 2023, a lot of media platforms, posts, blogs, they began to ask questions. And by December 21st, in the same year, 2023, the People's Gazette wrote to the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, after so much rumors, so much noise from people. The then registrar, in the person of Celine Ngozi, replied saying yes, that Nnaji was admitted into the university in 1981 and he graduated in 1985. The registrar confirmed that the minister was admitted in 1981 and graduated in 1985. The letter from the registrar only calmed the situation for a moment, but months later, things began to fall apart, really fall apart for the ministers. And in October, in 2023, a 2-year in-depth investigation started by Premium Times. Premium Times now sent an FOI request to check UNN's archives and to speak with UNN staff. For those of us that may not understand, FOI simply means freedom of information. It's like a permission for them to actually do or get whatever they want to get in terms of information. It was found or discovered that the minister failed virology with course code MCB 431AB in 1985. And on the 1st of May 1986, he wrote to the university asking them to allow him rewrite the exam, and they allowed him. He retook the exam after he paid 4 naira. For reasons I do not know, for reasons that I do not understand, his name was not listed or was not in the 1986 graduation list, although he resat or he retook the exams. Now, questions are: 1, did he pass? Did he fail? I may not be able to answer that question. Only the institutions is in the best position to do that. Moving on to the NYSC certificate issue. After forensic searches, forensic review of the NYSC found the following. 1, it was signed by DG Anima Shaun Braimo, who took office in 1988. And the question is this: somebody took office in 1988. How could he have signed something in 1985, in 1986, even in 1987 that he was not in office? In this whole thing, they use a title that never existed. That is the title of the National Director. Meanwhile, what was in existence then was DG, Director General. Now, DG Anima Shaun was not in office as at the time of all of these things, when these things were happening, when Nnaji served. The second thing they found out by the forensic investigation was that his certificate showed 13 months service instead of 12 months. Everybody knows in Nigeria, you don't even need to be in Nigeria to know. You know that the NYSC program is for 12 months, which is equal to 1 year. So at this point, every detail pointed to a forgery for the minister. Everybody began to look deeper than light, and of course, they began to find something. In May 2025, a petition reached the Public Complaints Commission, the PCC, then asked UNN to verify Nnaji's degree. Remember that the registrar had claimed that he was admitted and graduated in 1985. He was admitted in 1981 and graduated in 1985. The same registrar, after he was compelled or they were asked by the PCC to verify Nnaji's degree, the very same registrar, Celine Ngozina, replied and said they searched the 1985 record and found no trace of his graduation. If you remember earlier, what she said was that the man graduated, but now they have gone to search and the man did not graduate. Now, what do we make of this coming from a registrar? What do we make of this coming from somebody who is supposed to be in charge and giving us good information? My brother, I do not know, but God help this country. Now, this being said by the registrar means that the letter cancelled the 2023 confirmation. The reason for false claim by the registrar is best known to the registrar. It's best known to them, because I am sure she was not at a gunpoint before she gave out the letter or the response that she gave. And an official also came out saying and stating that the first letter was a mistake or an outside pressure that led them to release such a letter. Fast forward to September of 2025, Nnaji further went to court to sue the Minister of Education, to sue the NYSC and the UNN. The question is, are they the ones that prevented him from graduating in 1985 or even in 1986? Furthermore, the former minister wanted to stop UNN from releasing his records. And in his affidavit, he admitted that he never collected a certificate. Then the question is, which certificate did Nnaji submitted for screening? Which certificate did he use to enter or to become a minister? Nnaji blamed UNN for being uncooperative. I do not know what that means. If you do, please kindly put it in the comment section. He used the retracted 2023 letter as his proof. Now, in October 2025, Justice Hawa rejected the minister's request to stop UNN, so his record stays open. In October 2025 as well, the institution brought in a new VC in the person of Mr. Simeon Otunanya, and Otunanya Simeon replied to Premium Times and he confirmed Nnaji's 1981 admission, but said we cannot confirm he graduated in 1985. No record of completion by Nnaji was found. The VC added that the University of Nigeria Nsukka UNN did not and could not have issued that certificate. The NYSC also tagged his certificate strange and fake. The Premium Times in October 2025 published a comprehensive report titled "The Serial Certificate Forger in President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's Cabinet." Immediately, his resignation and arrest was called for because he deceived Nigerians under oath. And if you remember, Kemi Adeosun that also forged her NYSC certificate in 2018. Kemi Adeosun was one of our former Minister of Finance, but this time under Buhari. He also left office because of certificate forgery issue. The question now begins to grow, and one of the questions are, how is it that the DSS and other agencies were not able to fish out these fake documents before now? Peter Obi and others are actively calling for his prosecution. But the same day, the minister had planned a press briefing in Abuja, but he never showed up. Instead, he sent his aide in the person of Mr. Robert Ungu. And Mr. Robert Ungu came and proudly said that the minister was a proud alumnus of UNN. Minister Uche Nnaji blamed the current governor of Enugu State in the person of Mr. Peter Mba for a smear campaign against him because they are political enemies. And Mba simply replied by saying Nnaji should carry his cross. The former minister's aide then threatened suit against UNN and Prime Times. What do we have to say? What is your take on these issues in Nigeria of certificates forgery coming up over and over again, particularly within our political class? In October, UNN sent another letter to Premium Times saying that there was no record of his graduation clearly. Later that same day, Minister Uchechukwu Geoffrey Nnamdi resigned. Nnaji said he was a victim of blackmail and political attacks. The minister claims he wanted due process to take its course, and the presidency immediately accepted his resignation. The presidential spokesperson, Mr. Bayo Ononuga, accepted and thanked him. Before we go, what are the aftermaths of all of this? Now, the citizens demand a review of all ministerial credentials. 2, this is Tinubu's first major cabinet resignation. Above all, what do you think, my people? Please share your comments and your thoughts. Put your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you. Please subscribe. Like I said at the beginning, we were away for a reason, but thank God we are alive and we are back for good. Please share this video, like this video, drop your comments and subscribe. Thank you very much, and see you on the very next one.